to the Neuropodcast, and here again with Astro Eldafar, and today we are to talk about neurotypical versus neurodivergent. So Astro, what how much do you know about neurodivergence?
Um, I think I'm not I'm not trying to over generalize or anything, but as far as I'm concerned, I have like just the fact that I've seen a, new- a, that meme that neurodivergent umbrella and all the different conditions which falls under that. Yeah, I think I have a pretty good idea what different neurodivergent conditions are, and especially since I'm actually of I have at least five diagnosed neurodivergent conditions, which are autism spectrum disorder, ADHD, dyslexia, dysgraphia, developmental disorder, and OCD, and so on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh, person. Uh, when did you first? When did you first discover where the when did you start discover the world of neurodivergence, and how makes you get it? How makes you want to get interested in that in this certain kind of world?
Um, I'm not. Uh, that's that's a bit of a complicated question because even though I learn even though I've even though I had what I now know are neurodivergent conditions and all the characteristics of them, like for instance ADHD, like a lot of furries have ADHD, and since I've been known at the furry community for 3 years now, uh, I pretty much grown accustomed to that. But when I first learned about the first time I learned about neurodivergence as a term was around the time between late 2022 and early 2023, when on Twitter I came across some user some autism or autistic autistic people posting about autis uh, autistic autistic what yeah like
Uh,
autistic autistic
the post.
characteristics.
Ah.
Oh yeah, and also the neurodivergence as a term was pretty new to me back then, and I was like, wow, this I find this quite soothing, since I've had a picture that I've had a picture that like and what I know now is neurodivergence. I thought for quite a while that it was a quite not exactly something that you'd be well proud of, I guess, uh, but since the more I read about those from those people, the more I became to grow to accept myself in the way I was, and also understand other people as well. what it's like with
Mm-hmm.
that was pretty much the reason why I was eventually diagnosed with OCD as well,
Mm-hmm.
because I read about that as well,
Mm-hmm.
and started uh started yeah, basically learned that I related to that on a deep level.
Yeah, I can, uh, I agree that, uh, I, I, I agree like with, I agree with like learning more about throughout the neurodivergent umbrellas that it learns so much about it learns so much about ourselves. Uh, for me, especially in autism, I didn't know I didn't know I had autism until until 3 years ago when I I because I thought I have because I thought there was something wrong with my brain because as a autism I cannot I cannot process I cannot process words quickly. Like I cannot process words quickly. I can I cannot I cannot answer I cannot answer other people's inner conversations, which which is which frustrates which makes me frustrated in some way.
Oh yeah.
And moreover, as the intense as the conversation social as a social situation goes on, it makes it makes my sense my it makes my sensory my sensory becomes overwhelmed. Like especially in the furry fandoms, which is catered for which is catered for socializing, like having parties, going out with friends, going hanging around together with hanging around with other like my people, um, going out in such a crowded place can easily overwhelmed neurodivergence mind.
Oh yeah, I can picture being at a public place with like people almost like shoulder to shoulder, like like I imagine you being in a very crowded place, a very noisy place with other people talking to each other and such, like, and all the traffic noises, like that sounds like sounds that sounds as a very stressful environment indeed.
Yeah. Uh, especially especially going to especially going to the conventions. The 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 subtle noises from afar, like people chatting, like the cash machines, the like the book flipping sounds, like little chatteries, can is can we can still overwhelms our senses, which which cause us a a very tiring experience.
Oh yeah, uh, that is pretty. That is why I like for instance whenever I am wherever I'm in at a library, always and uh, read and write and draw while wearing my earplugs, which which do a pretty good job at distracting. Well, not distracting, but basically not hearing all those noises as nearly as clearly, which helps. Which also helps me to concentrate more since I have ADHD.
I think Richard going. I think the neuro. What do you think do you think going to like? Do you think the neurodivergence mistakenly took as introverts? Cause there are some autism and ADHD characteristics that can share with introversions and introspections. Cause autism, cause those characteristics are heavily overlapped. Are heavily overlapped together.
Oh yeah, like for instance, if you're wearing headphones, like in a library or in a cafeteria or like that's pretty easily mistaken as people. That's pretty much pretty easily mistaken for I don't want to talk to you and I can't hear you like and basically implying that I don't want you like you look as if you don't want to socialize like even though you might want just because like that's a like for me that's a very common reminder of how hard socializing with people is even though whenever I try to talk to people people don't react to my people and also knowing when to talk and not overlap and yeah that's 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 a bit not annoying. That's a bit of a headache for me.
Cause yeah, cause like cause talking to other people still consumes still use a lot of energy to maintain the social energy.
Oh yeah. Well, don't forget the eye contact thingy. Like like that like even though people don't consciously think about that like whenever we since we don't make eye contact whenever we're focused it subconsciously to other people that subconsciously gives a false impression that that they're not talking to you or not interested in you, and which adds up to the challenge of trying to socialize.
Yeah,
With neurotypical people.
yeah. Also when sometimes we don't even we don't look at other people's directly. We are we are still listening to you. It's just we have our own ways to communicate to communicate to other people. Well, not because not it's not necessary that we don't. It's not necessary that we don't like people. It's sometimes when we looking at directly at people's eyes, it's make us uncomfortable.
Like yeah you don't know you can't tell whether they're fencing you or the contrary like it is so hard for us to distinguish between having a stern look and an admiring look, which can be really confusing.
Yep. Which brings us to the next point for about neurodivergent is we are we sometimes having difficulties to regulate or understanding other people's emotions, or even to recognize our to understand our own emotions, because sometimes because sometimes we hard to we are we have difficult time to understand how other people how other how neurotypical people's feelings right now.
Yeah,
And sometimes, and even we have hard time to even process our feelings, just be,
yeah, yeah,
just because we sometimes being misunderstood in the society, which also the society cater for a quote unquote normal people, which I think it is which is kind of dumb, because
yeah, kind of.
cause we
Yeah, yeah, that is very silly. Like,
yeah.
by the way, and that is especially that part right there is especially the case with people with who are autistic. Like we had such a hard time recognizing emotions on other people, like or the social or the situation that we're currently in, like it it kind of annoys me whenever in a furry community people talk about trying to read the room, which by the way is a is a low pro way of saying like trying to uh, trying to understand what's going on around you, and it kind of gets to me when people some furries are like, don't you know how to read the room? Huh. And like even though like I found like even some autistic people might have a hard time understanding in understanding other autistic people, and like what as the or what it's called, the double empathy problem.
What is double empathy?
Double empathy means that it's basically it basically means that two people can relate to each other. It's a it's a two-way street. Like I can relate to you, and you can relate to me on a deep an affected level. Whereas some neurotypical people uh, uh, have hard time a hard time recognizing our emotions from us, while we have a difficult time understanding the neurotypical people as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, which sounds crazy because it sounds crazy because like for instance, what was it like? The autistic coach has several has multiple times tweeted out that like whenever we like whenever we try to like function in what we term normally, it's the complete opposite of what the neurotypical people uh,
It's like mask.
expect.
It's like we put on the mask, try to be neurotypical, just trying to fit in, which makes it
Oh yeah.
which makes our mind worse.
Oh yeah, and also and which doesn't help by the fact that we are autistic. Being autistic is also is associated with a high level of brain inflammation, which then also adds to the uh, getting getting easily frustrated and such as being very being very emotionally sensitive and such.
Yeah, even because I think for us, even with other neurotypical telling us to not to worry, like we 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 don't listen to the words literally. We can sense, we sometimes can what sense their emotions from sense what the meanings between the words, and trying and
Yeah.
and we trying to and we try to understand what they are trying to understand what they actually means when
Oh yeah,
they
like reading between the lines and like even for me, I can I can barely recognize and understand what is going around the it's almost like I can describe it as a imagine driving a car uh, with your in like 0 degree weather and with humidity condensed on your windscreen and you can and you're not able to wipe that out and you're on on a motorway trying to trying to see ahead of you clearly while other traffic are also driving by like that we do I don't have very good clarity very good clarity of, of what other people are doing and why like the social cues don't come as distinctively for me
mm-hmm.
and it's constant, it never goes away.
Yeah, we never know what when we really never know what when is when is it going to when do we start to engage with other people, or we just or we are, or just when we are going to take turns to we're going to take turns to just to speak, or
Oh, that is a mood right there.
that's a freaking mood here.
Ah, yeah. Like I have no clue. Like people I like every time I try to speak, every time I almost always overlap with people. I'm just that slow to noticing that there's a top pause right there, starting to speak. Like like no.
It's like I have a question. Want to speak, like I want to speak, but but the speaker, but sometimes the speaker that may not recognize that we have that we want to express, we have something to say, we want to express our point of view on certain things, and we have difficult, yeah, like I said, we have difficult time to we have difficult times to know when it is going to going to when is our turn to speak.
Ah,
There.
yeah, and and it feels as if we're the problem, and like I haven't noticed that even neuro neurodivergent people, even other like even other autistic people behave or come across me like even other autistic people have such a hard time under, knowing when to like speak and uh, like uh, it's it kind of sucks that even though just because someone's autistic doesn't mean that they necessarily can relate to you on every single level because just like every autistic person is unique in and of its own.
Yeah, you're so right. Even just you and I in this room, we still have our own we have our own strength and we have our own strengths and weaknesses, or because our brains also works different way. And like like other like I like few of my friends, few of my I told my friends about the about the neurodivergence, and when there's there's one sentence that he replied that kind of makes me ponder, like don't everyone's brains operates X differently, because this sentence struck into my mind, because as a neurodivergent myself, it also works. My brain structures operates much different than the neurotypical. Uh, in my
And
yeah, sorry. In my case,
yeah, carry on.
sorry. So in my case, I'm good. I'm personally good at I personally like I personally have a strong have a strong memory skills, and 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 I can easily memorize the visual images whenever I see.
Mm-hmm.
Is this when is this useful for me when I have an adventure in my hometown, like for instance, like going to new park, uh, I would I would I would look around extensively, look around the environment to to remember the places I had been to.
Like the visual memory.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, 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 yeah. Just the visual memory. It's my strength. And on the other hand, I on the other hand, I am not good at auditory memories. Cause yeah, cause the words sounds means nothing to me. I think they are they are all too abstract with no meanings whatsoever, and
Yeah.
and and I and I could and I could imp- and I could improve and I could improve some and I could improve this area of skills. So
I'm not necessarily thinking that that's a skill issue.
bro. How dare you call me? How dare you call me? I'm doing this.
I'm, sorry. I was just saying that's what it's like to have auditory processing disorder because I have that.
Oh.
My ears function properly. Like I can hear up to like 16.5 hertz, but even still, like I still have I still have a hard time understanding human voice. Not that I'm partially deaf, but like my auditory processing center in my brain has a harder time combining all those different frequencies into understandable combinations, i.e., words.
Because words are abstract as well. Like words has no shapes. Words has no shapes and colors, which means nothing to us.
Oh yeah.
Oh, oh my god, the struggle. Like, have you had the do you always felt being disrespectful by your friends, like they they're trying to repeat this. They're so tired of repeat the same sentence over and over just to make you understand.
Uh, Maybe. Like even though I'm not even though I'm not directly talked to, like I can almost sense that people are finding me kind of distracting from their own like whatever they were doing. But I always have that. I always have that sense of not being finding myself interesting. And and even if I try to not nearly as easy and straightforward as I would want to.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not like we aren't trying to fit in. It's just we have hard. It's just us neurodivergents have hard time to talk about to be ourselves, to talk about things that we like, because sometimes because some because I had I have the experience I had an unpleasant experience on sharing my interests to my friends, because they because I talk a lot. I one time when in a gathering, I talk a lot. I talk about arts and in terms of visual forms to my friends. I can talk. I talk a whole lot to them, and and
Oh,
yeah, info dumping about just info dumping my special interest to them.
like special interest, yeah. We autistic have very specific interests, and which are all unique to each other. Although we autistic people have much easier or might have much easier time uh, uh, info dumping to each other than to neurotypical people.
Which means this, which means which means we have our own interest that we love, that we love we enjoys our hobbies like drawings, movies, books, TV shows, even just video games. Yeah, we could there's so much to talk about, even for so much to talk about even just for an hour. Because we have so much to share what we found and what we love about.
Talking about like furries, like I remember speaking of, I remember back in June when I first joined the first furry dedicated Discord server. Like I had no idea, like as pretty much quite like I had a before that I had a picture that uh, that autistic people are not nearly as common as I wish they would be. But as soon as I started interacting with people, uh, to my astonishment, like I had no idea that like at least a third of all furries that I interact with have autism, or a quarter, or some in some places as it's it's more online. It's more like 2/3 of people are autistic, autistic furries, mind you,
Oh,
and yeah, it's a lot more. It's a lot more common that I was led to believe. Uh, which at first, which actually made me feel more welcomed to, and relieved that there are people who can at least at some level relate to me better than who are than people who are not autistic
yeah,
or have ADHD.
yeah, yeah. You can, I can, yeah. There, I can feel that you have a sense of belonging, has a sense of togetherness, feeling belongs with the with the neurodivergence with the neurodivergence furries, which makes your fandom experience even more special, which I applaud to you.
Oh yeah, applause.
I I appreciate I mean I appreciate I mean it means I appreciate I appreciate you.
Ah, yeah. Mm, like, man, I felt it. It was an odd experience when I joined a furry when I first joined the furry Discord back on Rails server, as well as slushies as well. Like it was such a weird experience that people there uh, like 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 for some reason people started being interested in it towards myself, but that was like, although part of that reason was because I was pretty new, and uh, quite outwardly for that time, like,
Mm-hmm.
but still, like, there were people who can like, I can chat with them pretty reliably,
Mm.
make them all esteem sharing interests and such, like uh, uh, autist or POV, autistic furries sharing a single brain cell, or multiple for that matter. Yeah, like, yeah, that's pretty much what it's about,
You
what
know,
it's like.
you watched that one VR C videos that I made long ago.
Yeah, I saw that, and man, that synced. Like I don't think I could sing that well, I might be wrong, but still, a lot of those folks there were autistic, as far as I know.
I mean, even in scenes, in scene servers, there are quite a few. There are few of us few of us are in also in the spectrum, like like Nature's it's Nature's technique. Uh, actually, they are they are also in the spectrums.
Also Xena, and
Oh
Xena
yes,
as
yes,
well.
Cena. I start.
Who else? What? Sky and like how many? One, two, three, four. Was it like four or five? At least four or five
Five.
of them were autistic.
Not not
I-
not
with
including
it
us, of course.
with the addition of you as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Surprisingly, there are like a lot. There are more. Surprisingly, there are more neurodivergent people than we thought. Because in my in my in where I live, there because in where I live there are because there I met more like what I call it normal what I met more neurotypical neurotypical friends and people which they are more extroverted, and I I sometimes feel like I sometimes I feeling left out because I had because in my current friendly experience, I still feel like left out because they all have a good time, like hanging out, chatting together. And do you sometimes feel like you if
Oh.
you sometimes you feel you have the FOMO, like if you miss the hangout or miss the convention, like oh
Oh
man,
man,
I wish I
that
can I wish I
that's
can join there.
painful. That's painfully relatable. Like, oh no, man. Oh, oh man. Like that resonates so. That really resonates with me,
Yeah, especially
and it's not a good feeling.
yeah, it's oh my god. I believe I missed a few. I it's already I joined the fandom 6 months in. I already have the FOMO because I feel I feel bad for myself for not taking more participation to the hangouts. Even
Like,
yeah,
yeah, carry on.
even I have trouble with socializing with other people. I will I have I will take the challenge to myself as a I took the challenge I took the social challenge to challenge myself to hang out more.
Oh yeah, and speaking of socializing is not as you might as you might surprise you, but socializing is not spontaneous, and especially if you're not that much outwardly, but regardless, like it's still like even though it is sometimes exhausting to trying to socialize with people, but in the long run, it pays off. Like just having the strength to be around with people and chatting with people actively, um, trying to your best to be interesting, or trying to like uh, uh, get on board. Uh, it might not, and also it might not be immediate, but the more you practice and more you do it, then I've noticed that whenever I hang around with furries on snowies meetups every Saturday and Sunday. I've noticed that trend that on the first few times, people aren't that they talk to you, but they aren't that into you. But gradually, as time goes on, as you keep participating with them, I can almost sense being like, this 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 guy's this person's gonna vibey. I wanna spend time with them, and some of them actually approach me. I've noticed.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, I also mentioned this so that you might find this a bit helpful.
yeah. So it's like building a habit. It's like building a it's like building a small habit, accumulate bit by little by little.
Yeah,
The more you engage, the more we engage with other people, the more we become confident to 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 have fun with other people.
that's pretty much that is very much true.
Yeah, I mean, it's at cause at first cause at first when I first joined the fandom, I was scared. When I my very first hangout was just one other furries, and afterwards and afterwards when I getting little more confident, I starting to hang out with with other furries. Even just hang out with one person, it helps. It's accumulative habits and experience will it's building my self confidence to be more outgoing rather than closed up to other people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
It also uh, uh, it gives you a routine.
yeah, it, it's you know yeah I you know the book Atomic yeah you know the book Atomic Habits. It's which explains which explains explains exactly what I just mentioned about
Oh yeah,
building a routine.
like we thrive in routines.
And if okay, even we aren't engaging in the fandoms, e- even in real life, like in real life, if whether you're just whether you're just building building a more lean building a more lean body types, eating healthy, trying to earn more money to excel in your career path. If it's just it's all I think it's all about applying find the information, applying it, and then you keep applying it over and over until the habits become your second nature.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's I think this for me, this fandom currently has brought me so much positive feedback to 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 my experience so far.
Yeah, same for me too. Like even though it has some, uh, it has some other sides to it as well. Like even in the long run, it has helped me finding myself, who I really am, and finding my passions and such.
Mm-hmm.
Like for instance, I want to become an a furry who also happens to be an astrophotographer, or an amateur astronomer, or a professional astronomer of that matter. Uh, I don't think that many furries are amateur astronomers, as far as I know, or at least don't make astronomy content
Oh.
along with furry content. Yeah.
Ooh.
That sounds pretty sweet.
That sounds that sounds ambitious and sweet. Mm-hmm.
Like imagine being in your fursuit with next to a pretty large telescope, doing some astrophoto thingies. While the dome is either not lit or dimly lit by red lights, and that's pretty. Like there are some really neat
Yeah.
photography science shorts.
Is this how you got your name?
Pretty much, yeah. Like astro, as in astronomy related, and alatvar, as in uh, name of a star of a believed to be a star system at the in the constellation of Lyra.
Ooh.
Alat, also fun fact: alatvar comes from Arabic.
What 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 is the meaning in Arabic?
Well, I can't. I don't know. Well, although admittedly I don't know, but what I do know is that like a lot of like there are a lot of like stars whose names originate from Arabic, for instance Betelgeuse, Rigel, Bellatrix, Altair, Alatvar, and so on.
Ooh,
Those are all Arabic in origin.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like we can pause. We can pause the podcast here. So uh we'll continue this topic in the next episode of the Neuropodcast. So if you like the content, so please subscribe and say subscribe, and share this podcast to your neurodivergent friends. And if you have anything to comments about this podcast, feel free to leave in the comments below. And we'll see you again in the next episode.